Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair. Allahumma 'allimna ma yanfa'na wa anfa'na bima 'allamtana wa zidna ilman. I'd like to welcome all of you with Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessing of Allah be on all of you. Tonight's topics are lesson number 31. It is Amr Formation and it's module 1. And tonight, lead teacher for tonight's class, inshallah, is Hajira. And I'll be on the background, and so will Dr. Mahmoud, inshallah. With this note, I'd like to hand over to Ustada Hajira, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. I welcome you all to today's session. And in this class, we will be doing the learning about the Amr Formation. Okay, so this is about Fi'l Amr, which is the command verb. And in this lesson, we will learn about how we derive a command verb by following certain steps. And to be able to know the command verb, one must know the 14 conjugation of the mudari verb. Now, if you know the madi and its 14 conjugation, the mudari and its 14 conjugation, you'll be able to figure out the command verb easily. Now, before we delve into the subject, I would like anyone to please raise your hands if you know the madi and the mudari formats very well.
Everyone, please.
Just 1, 2, mashallah, 3. All right, mashallah, barakallahu fiki. And can anyone also please come forward and just tell us the mudari and the ma'di formation for the verb fa'ala. Let's do the easy one, inshallah. Fa'ala. I want the 14 conjugation of the ma'di and the mudari. Anyone, please? Yes, please.
فعل فعل فعلوا فعلت فعلتا فعلنا فعلت فعلتما فعلتم فعلت فعلتما فعلتن فعلت فعلنا. This is ماضي. مضارع يفعل يفعلان يفعلون تفعل تفعلان يفعلن تفعلوا تفعلان تفعلون تفعلين تفعلان تفعلن أفعل نفعل.
MashaAllah, barakallahu fiki, sister. MashaAllah. Now, it is very important that we all know that we have to know the previously covered lessons thoroughly in order to understand the upcoming lessons. All right? And I hope everyone else are very familiar with the Madi and the Mudari, inshallah. And if not, please work on those lessons which were covered earlier. I think it's lesson number 26, 7, 28, and 29, I believe. Yeah. So please go through them very well. Read out the conjugation charts for the Madi and the Mudari couple of times. Write it down. Writing really helps you to be good at them. It has helped me, and I hope it will be helpful for you as well, inshallah. So now let's begin our lesson number 31, which is Amr Formation. So now, what is Amr, or the Fi'l Amr? Now the Fi'l Amr is an order or the command. And we need to know to whom the order or the command has to be given. And it's pretty logical that when you order someone, that particular person has to be in front of you, like the one who is present and who is hadir. So from the 14 sigha of the mudari verb, we will work only on the hadir verb. So let me just share with you the lesson in which we have the mudari. Where is that? I think it's in lesson number 28. Just a second, yeah. All right. So now if you look at the conjugation table here, we have the third person, the second person, and the first person. So now to make the Amr formation, we will be looking only at the second person conjugation, which is from the Sigha 7 to 12. Okay, we will be working only on that for the Amr formation. And we are only working on the mudari verb, because the command will be derived only from the mudari verb. Okay, so now going to our lesson. Okay, now there are various steps to derive a command verb from the mudari verb. Now, as you all must be familiar with the fact that in order to identify the mudari verb, we have to look at the four characters. Okay, the four characters for identifying the mudari verb is hamza, or maybe you can say alif. It's ta, ya, and the noon, which is given in the point number 1 over here. So whenever you see these four characters as a prefix to any verb, you should know that that is a present tense verb. Okay, so now now since I told you that we will be deriving the command verb from the second person, so the internal pronouns of the verb will be anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. Okay, so now when we have, for example, let me should I do okay, let me share a whiteboard with you and show you. So now, for example, we have a verb fa'ala, fa'ala. Okay, now from fa'ala, we know this fa'ala is madi. Now the mudari will be yaf'alu. Correct? Yaf'alu. Okay, now who is drawing? Please stop drawing. Don't draw anything on the screen. All right, so the fa'ala is the madi, yaf'alu is the mudari. Now the first step in the Amr formation is whenever you see any alamati mudari, any prefix of the mudari which is out of the four letters atayana, now here we see that it is a ya here. Okay, so now the first step what we do is we will drop the alamati mudari which is a ya here. Okay, now when we drop the alamati mudari, what will we come at? We get a fa with a sukun here, ain with a fatha, and lam with a dhamma. Now if you look at the letter, look at the first letter, the fa kalima is sakin here. Now we in Arabic cannot begin reading with a word which begins with a sakin letter. So now we need a helper. We need something to be able to read that word. Okay, so now we need a helping hamza here. So we will use a hamzatul wasl, which is a connecting hamza over here in the beginning if the fa kalima has a sukun. Okay, when the fa kalima has a sukoon, we need a helper, which is a hamzatul wasl here. Okay, now as you also must be familiar that the hamzatul wasl is also a sakin letter, and we cannot begin reading with a sakin letter. So now we must do something to change this into a mutaharrik letter in order to begin reading with it. So now what do we do next? We look at the ayn kalima. So now if you see here, this is the fa kalima, this is the ayn kalima, and this is the lam kalima. So now in order to facilitate reading this word, we have to look at the ayn kalima, the haraka of the ayn kalima. Here the haraka of the ayn kalima is a fatha. So now remember, listen very carefully, when the ayn kalima has a fatha or a kasra, when the ayn kalima has a fatha or a kasra, the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. Okay, so now here in our case, the ayn kalima has a fatha here. So now the hamzatul wasl, what haraka will it take? The hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. Okay, now that is the third step actually. The first step is dropping the alamati mudari. The second step is adding the hamzatul wasl. The third step is we give a haraka to the hamzatul wasl in order to be able to start reading with it. Okay, now the next step here is, just let me clear this out so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Okay, now what do we do next is we look at the lam kalima, the lam kalima. So the lam kalima has a dhamma here. Now the next step in our amr formation is to make the lam kalima majzoom. That is, we have to turn it into a sukoon. So the next step, what do we do is we will change this dhamma into a sukoon. Okay, so this is the way we arrive at the command verb. So from yaf'alu we get if'al. Is that clear, everyone? Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
all right, alhamdulillah. Now this is about the singular verb, singular second person masculine verb. Now what about the dual? Now as we know that with the verb fa'ala, this is singular. Fa'ala, so we get yaf'alu. From yaf'alu we get yaf'alu. Sorry, no. From yaf'alu we get taf'alu, right? We get taf'alu, and we are working on it. This is taf'alu. This is the third person. Now from the third person we have to go to the second person in order to be able to achieve at the command verb. Now from taf'alu, this is singular one. Now what is the dual? Taf'alu, from taf'alu we get taf'alani, right? This is taf'alani, and the plural is taf'aluna, right? Taf'aluna. Now, as I told you, for achieving at the command verb, we drop the alamati mudari in the singular. Likewise, so this is singular, this is dual, and this is plural masculine, second person. All right. So the same thing we will do for the rest three. We will drop the alamati mudari. All right. Is that clear? All right. Now what is the next step we do? We add the hamzatul wasl, I said. Okay, so we add the hamzatul wasl over here, and for for all the sighas we add the hamzatul wasl. Okay, now what do we do next? If'alu we have. Now looking at the fa kalima, looking at the ayn kalima. We look at the ayn kalima and we give the haraka as per the ayn kalima. So here we give, since it has a fatha, we give the hamzatul wasl a kasra. Okay, and similarly for the next one, for the dual. For the dual we have if'alani. Okay, for now if'alani. So now since this is the fa kalima, this is the ain kalima, the lam kalima, the haraka of the ain kalima is a fatha, so the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. Okay, all right. Now for this one also, for the plural, if'aluna, if'aluna. So because ain kalima has a fatha, the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. Okay, now the next step what we did is we have to make the last letter a majzoom. Okay, so we drop the dhamma and put a sukoon, correct? So we do the same thing, we put a sukoon over here. Now what about the duals? Now when we have to make the lam kalima, the last letter a sakin, that was for singular, but when you come to the dual and the plural, you have to drop the noon of duality and the noon of plurality. Excuse me, please, Sister Safwan Mahmouda, please do not touch the screen. Thank you so much. All right, so okay, so what I was saying, when we have the dual and the plural siga, we drop the noon of duality and the noon of plurality. So what do we arrive at? We arrive at this particular verb, which is sorry, if'ala, and here we have if'alu. Okay, now this alif is basically the way of writing. This is the rasm al-qat. So in the duality you will see the alif over here, so do not be confused with why is that so. If'alu. Okay, I hope that is clear. So what did we figure out here? In order to arrive at the command verb, we have to first drop the alamati mudari, which is the ta over here, so we drop. The next step is adding hamzatul wasl. If the fa kalima is sakin, we add the hamzatul wasl. And the next step is we the ain kalima, look at the ain kalima. If the ain kalima has a fatha or a kasra, the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. Okay, here. So now here, since the ain kalima has a fatha, we give the kasra to the hamzatul wasl here. So it will be if'alu, for example. Okay, and here we have if'alani and we have if'aluna. Now since in the command verb we have to make the last letter majzoom, so we give a sukoon to the last letter, hence we get if'al and if'al. And in the duality and in the duals and the plural mudari verb, we drop the noon of duality and we drop the noon of plurality. That's how we get if'ala and if'alu. Okay, do you have any questions? Is this clear or no? Any questions, please?
The last example you gave, Ustada, no, the why we dropped the noon.
In the dual and the plurals, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the way of achieving at the command verb for the dual and the plural. We drop the noon because we have to make them majzoom. Remember the lam kalima, we have to make it majzoom. And in the case of duality and plurality, we make it majzoom by dropping the noon in the duals and the plural formats. Okay, so now here, now since we have seen the second person masculine, similarly we will look at the second person feminine as well. So now for the feminine, what do we have? For the masculine we had taf'alu, taf'alani, taf'aluna. Then we have taf'alina, taf'alina. Then what do we have? Taf'alani, taf'alani, and taf'alna. Taf'alna. So now this is second person feminine for the mudari. Okay, so now how do we achieve at the command verb for this? We know that we drop the alamat mudari. That's the first step. Correct? We drop the alamat mudari. Then what do? We add hamzatul wasl. And then adding the adding the hamzatul wasl, what do? We look at the ayn kalima. If the ayn kalima has a fatha or a kasra, we give the hamzatul wasl a kasra. Correct? So we give them a kasra. I'm writing all three at once. I hope that's not confusing for you. So now the next step, what do? The next step is we make the lam kalima a majzoom. So for the singulars, since we make it majzoom, we give a sukoon to the noon. So that means we will drop the noon over here for the singulars. And for the duals, the noon of duality and the noon of just give me a second. Now for the second person feminine, this is an exception. The noon of plurality here will not be dropped because this is the noon of niswa. Okay, so now the pronoun for this second person feminine plural is antunna. So this is for the antunna, the noon will be intact as it is. There will not be any change in the noon of niswa. This is called the noon of niswa over here. Okay, so now the corresponding feminine command verbs would be if'ali, then we have if'ala, and then we have if'alna. It will be as it is. If'alna. Okay, so now this is the noon of niswa. It will be as it is. If you see here, the noon of duality is dropped. Here we are making it majzoom, so this noon is also gone, this noon is also gone, but this noon will remain as it is. So you just have to keep this in head. Okay, so now let's go to our lesson. Let's look at the document. Okay, so now what were the steps which we have to follow to achieve the command verb is, first of all, drop the alamati mudari. It can be atayana. So here in the example which we see, we had a ta, so we dropped it. Then what is the next one? After that, if the fa kalima has a sukoon, then only we are going to add the hamzatul wasl. So now this hamzatul wasl is also a sakin. Then we have to see accordingly what haraka suits the hamzatul wasl, and then we give the haraka as per the ayn kalima. So if the ayn kalima has a fatha or a kasra, then the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. If the ayn kalima has a dhamma, then the hamzatul wasl will take a dhamma. Now for example, for this verb nasara, from nasara, what do we get? We get yansuru, right? From yansuru, the second person would be tansuru here. Tansuru. Now, as I told you, we will drop the alamate mudari, correct? We drop the alamate mudari and write a hamzatul wasl over here. And the last lam kalima, we will make it majzoom. So what do we get? We get sur. Now, if you look at the ayn kalima, now here the sad represents the ayn kalima, right? So now the ayn kalima here has a dhamma. So now this hamzatul wasl will take a dhamma. So we will say unsur will be the command verb. So this pretty much, this line explains that if the ayn kalima has a dhamma, then the hamzatul wasl will take a dhamma. Okay? So now the next one is the lam kalima. Now for the singular verbs, we make the lam kalima majzoom. That means, what is majzoom mean? Majzoom means giving a sukoon to that particular letter. That means sukoon at the end. Okay, and the next one is for the dual and the plurals. Now for the singular verbs, what did we do? We make the lam kalima a majzoom. Now when we have the duals and the plurals, what will we do? We will drop the noon at the end. Now except for hunna. Now this is for the third person. Now for now, do not be worried about this particular thing. Just focus on the antunna. Now if you look at the table over here, now this is the second person, right? We derive the command verb from the second person, the hadir, correct? So the pronouns are anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. So now when we have the antunna, the noon of niswa will not drop. So this is the exception of this rule. Whereas for this, the noon of duality, the noon of plurality will drop. Okay, for here also. Okay, so now you have to remember this. The noon, this is called the noon of niswa. This noon is called the noon of niswa. The noon of niswa will remain in the formation of the command verb. Okay, now the next one is if the fa kalima has a haraka. Now since we said that in order to be able to read any word, it has to be a mutaharrik letter. Now since the fa kalima, for in example fa'ala, when we are changing it to the command verb if'al, the fa kalima has a sukoon, hence we needed a we needed a hamzatul wasl. But if the fa kalima has a haraka, if the fa kalima has a haraka, for example in this particular verb, so now this verb is a different what do you call, a form of verb, which at this stage you don't worry about it. So we will cover this in module 2 inshallah. So now in this particular case, sallama, when we go to deriving the command verb for it, the fa kalima here, the fa represents the scene here, right? The fa kalima will still has a fatha over there. So in that particular case, we will not need a hamzatul wasl, because from here we have sallama yusallimu, tusallimu. Okay, when we say tusallimu, the ta will be dropped. It's
Yeah, and it will become Salim.
yeah, it's to no.
To Salimu.
Yeah, tusallimu, right? So this is the what do you call, the second person, right? So now here, when to make the command where we drop the alamati mudari, if you see here, the fa kalima, which is seen over here, still has a fatha, so we don't need a hamzatul wasl. Remember, we need hamzatul wasl only when any word is starting with a sukoon. Okay, so this point basically explains that. All right, so now this table basically shows you, yes,
So just if possible, show one or two more example of this number 6 Sallama type. Then they will have this full understanding. Sallama, you can say Sabbaha or
all right.
Ghaffara or Ghaffara, anything. Just
Okay, now for example, let us say we have allama. Is this good, Ustad?
Yes.
That's good.
Okay, allama. Allama, say what do we get? Allama yu'allimu, right? This is mudari. Yu'allimu. Yu'allimu is the second person. What will be the second person?
Ta'allimu.
Tu'allimu. Correct? Now, we have to get the command word from this. What do we do? Anyone? Drop the alamati mudari, which is ta over here, right? So this is third person. Do not get confused. This is madi. This is mudari. This is the third person. This is the second person. Second person sahi, we get the amr. Okay, we drop the alamati mudari, make the last letter a majzoom. Now if you see, this is the fa kalima, this is the ain kalima, this is the lam kalima. Okay, is fa kalima majzoom here? No, right? So we will not need hamzatul wasl. Okay, So it will still be, the command will be علم. This is the command. Okay. Okay, this is the form 2 verb. Those who are understanding, it's good, but if anyone is not understanding, do not panic, inshallah. This will be covered in the next module. Okay, let me take another example. Sabbaha. Tell me what is the mudari. So this is Maldi, right? This is Maldi. What is mudari? Sisters. Sorry.
يسبح
Yusabbihu. This is third person, right? What is second person?
تسبح
تسبح
تسبح.
تسبح
Tusabbihu. Now, from the second person, what do? We derive the command verb. What was the first step? Any sister tell me? Come forward, please. What do?
cancel
First step,
المضارع
we drop the alamati mudari. What do we do next?
Hamzatul Wasl, but it's Fatha, so no need to do Hamzatul Wasl.
Exactly. The fa kalima is mutaharrik here. We don't need the helping hamza. We don't need any helper. Correct? So we will not add the hamzatul wasl. Good. So then what do we do next?
Sakina for the lam kalima.
The lam kalima. We make the lam kalima majzoom. Correct? So what will be the command verb?
Sabbih.
Sabbih. Okay? So this is the command verb for form 2. All right? Alhamdulillah.
Ustada, I'll go through that example on the PDF and ask them to demonstrate one or two.
The fataha, you mean? The
Yeah.
fataha? All right. So on the whiteboard, right? Okay. Any sister, come forward. Now you have to tell me what should we do here. I have a verb. Excuse me. Okay. Fataha. Now tell me, is this okay? Sister Nilofer, you can come forward, please. All right. Fataha. Is this Maldi or Mudari?
فتح ماضي
Maldi. So what do we do next? We derive the Mudari. What is the Mudari?
يفتح
Yaftahu. Yaftahu. This is Mudari and this is third person masculine, correct?
yeah.
Now go to the second person. What it will be?
تفتح
Correct. Taftahu. Now, from the second person, what do? We arrive at the command verb. We derive the command verb. Tell me the step. What is the first step?
The first step is to drop the alamati mudari, so we drop ta. So when we drop ta, the first letter we start with this, the fa with sukoon. Since no Arabic letter has starts with sukoon as the first letter, we add a hamzatul wasl. And after that, after adding hamzatul wasl, since hamzatul wasl is also a sakin word, we have to add a haraka. So in order to understand what haraka we should add, first we have to look into the ayn kalima.
What is Ain Kalima here?
Ayn kalima is ta, ta has fatha. So automatically the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. Because when ayn kalima has a fatha or a kasra, the hamzatul wasl will take a kasra. If the ayn kalima has dhamma, then the hamzatul wasl will take a dhamma. And the last lam kalima will take a sukoon in order to become mazum.
The last letter will take a sukoon in the
yes.
singular verbs, okay?
Yes, in the singular.
When it is singular, okay? So what will be the resulting verb, command verb?
Iftah, iftah.
Iftah. Good.
If tah. So this is the command verb. Very good, mashallah, barakallahu feek. Now, can anyone else come forward and tell me, for the same verb, fataha yaftahu taftahu, what will we do to arrive at the command verbs for the duals and the plurals? You need to tell me the verb first and then go to the formation of the Amr. Who is coming forward?
Can I
Next
try?
sister, please. Is Sister Nilufar done already or no?
Shabira.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, next Sister Shabira. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
All right,
salam.
now tell me. The verb was, what was the verb?
Taftahani for the dual.
Fataha, say we get. Tell me this one first. Yaftahu. Yaftahu, say we get.
Taftahu.
Taftahu. Then what do we have? Dual.
Taftahani.
Then
Taftahuna.
taftahuna. Good. Taftahuna. Then what do? We did this already. This is done.
Dual for the dual. First, we will drop the alamat mudari. So we'll
How
drop
many alamati mudari do we have?
ta.
Generally.
Ataina.
Alif, ta, ya, noon. All right. So here we have the ta. So we drop the alamati mudari. Also for the plurals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then we will look at the fa kalima. It is with kasra. I mean, it's with dhamma. I mean, sukun. Sorry. It is sukun. So we will add hamzatul wasl in the first.
Okay.
Then we will look for the harkat of the ain kalima. It is with the fatha here. So the hamzatul wasl automatically will take the kasra.
Okay.
Then we'll look for the then we'll drop the noon at the end in order to make it sakin at the end.
So basically to make the majzoom, when we have the noon of duality, we basically drop it.
Here
right?
we will, yes, drop the in both
What about
plural.
the all right, good, very nice.
Both.
All right. So what will be the resulting verb?
Iftaha in the dual, and for the plural, iftahu.
Iftaha, and then we have
Iftahu.
Iftahu, right?
Yes.
Good job, mashallah, barakallahu feek. Any other sister come forward for the feminine, second person feminine, sister, brother, anyone?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum
Wa
salam.
alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Shakira.
Okay, so we already did, right? Fataha, say yaftahu, yaftahu, we get taftahu, taftahu, say we get taftahu, taftahani, taftahuna. That was second person masculine. Now tell me the feminine.
The feminine. Okay. Okay. Taftahu.
Second person feminine singular. I need singular, plural, dual, plural.
Dua. Okay.
What is singular?
Taftahani.
No, tell me the singular, second person singular feminine.
Singular. Okay, feminine. Okay.
Yes.
It will be taftahu.
Na. Taftahu, taftahani, taftahuna, taftahina, right?
Okay. Yes. Taftahina.
Taftahina. What is dual?
The dua. The dua will be taftahani.
Sure?
Yes.
Okay. Taftahani, plural?
Taftahna.
Good. Taftahna. Taftahna. Now, we have to find out the command verbs. What's the first step?
Okay. The first step is we drop the alamat al-mudari. That's the ta.
For all, right? Singular,
Yes.
dual, plural, gone. All right.
Yeah.
Easy. Next.
The second one we had Amsatul Wasli.
Why do
And
we need Hamzatul Wasl here?
in the dual and the plural. And the singular, dual and the plural.
Yes, you're correct. But can you
What
please
do we need it?
explain me why do we need Hamzatul Wasl?
Because the fa or the fail is now sukun, and then we cannot start Arabic letter with sukun.
Exactly. The fa kalima is sakin here. We cannot start reading any word with a sakin letter in the beginning. We need a helper. That's why we need a Hamzatul Wasl. Good. What's the next step?
The next step is that ain or the fail. If it's a fatia or if it has fatka or kasro, then that amsatul wasli would take kasro.
What about a dhamma?
Doma. It would take doma.
Good. So in this case, we have a kasra, correct?
Yes.
All right. What's the next? Next
The
step.
next is we look at the lam al fail, and then if it is, we drop the nun for the lam al fail. For the lam al fail for the singular, dual, and plural.
Say that again, please. What do we do to the lam kalima?
I said, the lam kalima. The lam kalima, we drop the
We have to
nun.
make it majzoom, right?
Okay. Yes.
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 We have to make it majzoom. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now tell me, what will we do?
So if you want to make it majzoom for the singular, okay, for the singular to make it majzoom, we need to drop the
basically we drop the noon over here
yes.
for the singular.
Yes.
For the dual, the noon is gone. What about the
Yes.
plural?
The plural, the nun, we leave the nun. We don't drop it.
Why do we don't drop it?
It's an exception.
This is an exception. Very nice. This is called the noon of niswa. This is an exception, so we don't drop it. Now, can you please tell me the corresponding pronoun for the second person feminine plural? Taftahna. What is the pronoun?
Second person. It will be iftahi.
No. I'm asking about the pronoun.
The pronoun for the second person. It will be pronoun antu.
Antunna.
Antuna.
Antunna. Yes, the hidden pronoun is antunna. So remember, for the hunna and antunna. Hunna basically for the third person. How do we make them sukoon? We will learn this in coming lessons, inshallah. So for now, we are just focusing on the second person hadir. So remember, for the hunna and antunna, we don't drop the noon of niswa. Okay, the noon of plurality. Okay, mashallah, very nice, sister. So now tell me, what is the resulting command verb? So here we have if.
Iftahi. Abi. Yes. Iftahi.
If the he.
No.
If the he, then.
Iftaha.
If the ha, and then.
Iftahna.
Very nice, mashallah. I
Very good.
appreciate your effort, sister. Iftahna, mashallah, barakallahu feek.
What's the name of the sister, Ustada?
Akira.
Shakira.
Yeah.
Make note, please. Yeah.
Mashallah, barakallahu feeki. So I hope everything is clear to everyone. So now what I'll do is I'll just write the command verbs on the screen. Okay, now help me. For the verb fataha, from fataha we get yaftahu, yaftahu, we get taftahu. Now from taftahu we have to get the command verbs. Just only tell me the command verbs. What did you do? Okay,
Who said that?
Tasmina.
Good. Iftah.
iftah, then come on.
Iftaha
Iftaha.
and iftahu.
Very nice, mashallah. Iftahu. Why do I have this extra alif over here?
Tasmina, what do we have extra leaf?
I don't know.
Plural.
For the plural, we get the alif.
Yeah.
This is the rasmul qat, remember. Okay, this is the way of writing. Okay, this is just the way of writing, so we just write it. Iftah, iftaha, iftahu. This is for second person masculine. What about feminine? Commands.
Iftahi
Iftaha, iftahu. Yes.
iftahi.
Iftahi.
And
Then
iftaha.
Iftaha. And then
Iftahna.
Iftahna. Why iftahna? Why is this
The
known?
noon is not that remains unchanged in the plural singular form.
Sure? Are you sure?
Feminine, yeah.
Yes, very nice, mashallah. So this noon of niswa will remain. This is an exception. The hidden pronoun is antunna. Okay? So for the verb fataha, the command verb is iftah, iftaha, iftahu, iftahi, iftaha, iftahna. All right, is that clear? Shall we practice with another example, Ustad? Or no?
You want to do another practice?
If the students are willing, yes. Shall we do for the dhamma on the ain kalima? Nasara yansuru?
You can, yes.
All right.
I was going to give you a set of key words, but never mind. You can do the dhamma, which is more.
Okay. Okay. So now we have nasara. From nasara, what's the mudari?
Yeah.
Tansuru.
Yansuru. Yansuru, what's the second person?
Tansuru.
So tansuru.
I would like, hold on. Zakira, you've had your chance. Thank you. Can you give chance to Nilufa, please? Hello, Nilufa?
Yes, sir. Yes, Ustad, I'm here.
Yeah, can you please listen to Ustada?
Yes.
Respond, yeah?
So, yeah, tansuru, right? Tansuru. Can you arrive at the command verb for this, please?
Tansuru, just step by step, or I'll just give the word alone?
Just for the first one, just give the steps, and then for the next, you can just tell me the...
Okay. So the first step is to drop the alamati mudari. So we drop the ta here, and then we add, since no Arabic word starts with sukoon, we add hamzatul wasl. Since hamzatul wasl is also a sakin word letter, what we have to do is we have to find out what haraka should we give. So in order to understand what haraka we should give, we have to look into the ain kalima haraka. The ain kalima haraka here is dhamma, so we give dhamma to the hamzatul wasl, so it becomes unsur. That is lam kalima gets a sukun.
So we drop the haraka and give make it majzoom, correct?
Yes, majzoom,
so
yes.
the verb is
Unsur.
unsur. Okay, now this is the example for the ain kalima with a dhamma. Okay, so this is unsur. Now, can you tell me just tell me the command verbs for the
Yeah,
second?
the rest I'll complete, inshallah. The rest I'll complete. Unsur, unsura,
Unsur,
sura,
unsura, and then
unsuru,
unsuru. Now, any others?
unsuri,
Okay. All right.
unsuri,
Unsuri,
unsura,
then
unsurna,
unsurna.
surna.
Noon has to be there.
Yes, the noon has to be there because it's an exception.
Good job. MashaAllah, barakallahu feek, sister. So I'm repeating the command verbs. Unsur, unsura, unsuru, unsuri, unsura, unsurna. Okay, so this is pretty much very easy if you know the command, if you know the mudari, all the 14 conjugation, you can easily arrive at the command verb. Okay, so it basically shows you, this table basically shows you those. So here it shows the hidden pronouns, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna. Okay, now for this is for the verb fataha. Fataha, say we get yaftahu, yaftahu, say we get taftahu. So here basically we are dropping the hamza, dropping the alamati mudari, we get this, and then we are making the lam kalima a majzoom, and then looking at the ain kalima, we give the haraka to the hamzatul wasl. So from fataha, say we get iftah. So this is for the dual, the noon of duality is dropped here, the noon of plurality is dropped here. So that's how we get iftah, iftaha, iftahu. Now this is for the feminine, right? Anti, antuma, antunna, we get taftahina, we drop the alamati mudari, we make it majzoom here. So basically we arrive at this here, looking at the ain kalima, we get a haraka to the hamzatul wasl, and we get iftahi. Noon of duality is dropped here. Now the noon of plurality will remain, which is the noon of niswa. So iftahna. So iftah, iftaha, iftahu, iftahi, iftaha, iftahna. All right, so I want you to practice this very well. On the other page, basically on the PDF, we have many examples. Okay, many examples are in here. So I would ask you to practice the same way which we did in the class, so that you are working on the madi, on the mudari, simultaneously arriving at the command. So that way everything will be reviewed and you'll be very good at it. Okay, now can anyone come forward and just tell me what's the amr for qatala? Say we get yaqtulu. Yaqtulu, say we get
Ustad, I think let's give the timetable. So Muhammad,
Yeah.
I believe you want to play a part. I believe you want to say something.
I was going to say, can we ask the student to do this at home? It's the exercise sheet,
Yes.
and maybe they can submit on WhatsApp and we'll check it and we'll reply back to them. You've, Ustada Hajira, you've done excellent job.
Excellent job, yes.
Excellent, and I couldn't say enough. It's fluently explained, and if they didn't understand that, I don't know how can we make them understand. It is so simple and it's so easy, step by step, word for word, you've explained everything. I'm sure they all understood it. If there is a shortcoming, they need to do the exercise now, and then we will iron it out for them. So for now, I would like Ustad Mahmoud to do some practical on Quran, and we haven't got long now, 25 minutes. So is that what you want to do, Ustad?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure the class was excellent. It has been taught extremely well, complete. And I will just repeat something which I've been hearing all the time. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. People are saying to each other even, one thing they are saying. These AQI courses are, Alhamdulillah, very good, very easy to follow. If you do what you should be doing. People are saying, students are saying, when they get any confusion or finding it difficult to understand, they watch the YouTube video once or twice and they get the answer. 100%, Alhamdulillah, relying on Allah, I'm guaranteeing you, because I'm hearing from almost every student. Those who are lazy, those who don't want to do the work, don't want to write down, don't want to memorize, don't want to on this, find all this excuse, I'm busy, this, that, they are not going to succeed. But those who wants to succeed, this wonderful teaching, wonderful material here, you have to just follow the instruction. So follow what Brother Muhammad said. You see, we kept a full Amr chapter for the whole 90 minutes class. Normally we do 2 or 3 lessons. It's so important. If you don't understand Amr, Ustada started with your confidence in Madi Mudario. Any lacking there, what's the point of you being in this Amr class? Still, you can catch up. Everybody can catch up. Okay, that's fine. Ustada Hazira and Ustad Muhammad, you didn't follow one rule here. Both of you, you will try to give the chance to everybody from top to bottom. It's not just one very good student and another one, and no. Everyone. You will ask them, they will not be able to answer, or they may not answer, or their answer may be wrong, whatever, but we will do that. I mean, this is just a small point. I can see some names here who I didn't hear being asked, and they didn't speak. So make sure, both of you, all of you, please make sure that you do try to engage them. Give them a chance. They may not be able to answer. That's fine. So I'm sure that went extremely well. I haven't got much to add, but I will still share while you are doing this exercise. Alhamdulillah, this is what I have done. I've just prepared it while you were talking. This is a little bit advanced level than what you have been told, because some of these verbs, most of the examples you have seen, these are consonant. These are consonant letters like fataha, kafara, ain. All these are there, and there are many, many verbs you possibly know. They are called weak letters. So you will study them later, inshallah. So some of the verbs are here, and I will quickly go through to give an idea. You will be given this sheet on the WhatsApp group. I will be sending it to you. This is additional sheet. When you practice those, then come here and I will give you a few tips as well, extra. Qala yaqulu, as you know. Qala yaqulu, and then what is the amr of that? I'm sure you all know that. Tell me. Qala.
Anyone?
Qul.
Habib Kanawala? Cool.
Cool.
Qul, right? So how is it formed? Can you just tell me? Who are you?
Ustad, you're not sharing the...
Oh. Okay, can you see? Looking at Qala, and you said Amr is Qul. Who is talking? Can you form from Qala? How has it become Qul? Can you just tell me, sister? Try.
Not from Qala, Ustad, Yaqulu, from Taqulu.
Okay, but it's Madi,
Taqul.
then Mudario, and then from Mudario to
Yes.
this, yeah? Okay.
Yes, from Taqulu.
So tell me, can you just quickly tell me?
Taqulu, because when we drop the
Taqulu.
alamati mudare,
Okay.
fa kalima already has a haraka, so
Mhm.
there is no need for hamzatul wasl. So
Mhm.
we keep the qa with dhamma as it is, and
Mhm.
lam we make it as a majzoom, so it is qul.
And what happened to wow?
This is yes,
Okay, this
actually
is
I
beyond
know,
your...
yeah, but I know that
No.
because
That's okay.
yeah.
That's okay. I don't want, we don't want to discuss it here. There are rules, obviously, as a result of that. Wow has dropped. Okay, this is weak letter, and okay, that is Gairu Sahih. That's a different rule. But qul, okay, fine. We now know from qala madi we got yaqulu, and then we got qul. Then this is, you need to just keep an eye, extra eye from now on, because what we have given you, what we have taught you, alhamdulillah, these are kind of common rules there. A little bit additional extension, added something. What happens, I'll just try to show you. So when it is plural form from this qul single form, how it becomes qulu, this is something you will be learning later, but at least learn the pattern. Qul, then it goes back to original mudari from qulu, and this is qulu. Okay, and you know this is plural. There was a noon there. You already know that, correct? Everyone clear on that? So when it's a mudari form, that's why it is qulu. In fact, it was quluna. Clear? Everybody? Yaquluna, yagon, qulu. Noon dropped. Everybody understand that? Okay? Yes, no?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes?
In this fa kalima having dhamma, so we will put the hamzatul wasl with the dhamma there, no? I mean,
Which one, sorry?
Ain kalima, you mean?
ain kalima.
Clear? Are you clear? Or
No.
No, she's confused. She's asking why there is no Hamza.
wow.
Kulu, but why there is no hamzatul wasl with the dhamma in this? Even though there is a dhamma in the ain kalima.
No, Hamzatul Wasl is not there.
Yeah. Why?
He had dropped. So ku is okay. Ku is intact. Ku remained. But changes happened here. Okay. This is something we go to the next level. We'll not discuss it here. Yeah, sister, okay?
No, sir, actually she's confused. Why is the Hamzatul Wasl not waiting? We don't have to add Hamzatul Wasl here because you see the fa kalima is mutaharrik here.
Yeah. Now I got that.
Okay.
Okay. That's normal. Okay, that's normal. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. Now we go to the next example. Akhadha. Akhadha, yeah. Guess, throw your idea, suggestions, please.
Ya'khudhu.
Akhadha ya'khudhu.
Ya'khudhu, okay?
No, ya'khudhu.
Ya'khudhu, and then what happens? This is also special, okay? This special, something special rule has been applied here. This is advanced level. So, iya alamat mudari gone. Hamza also gets dropped in this kind of verbs, okay? Up to here. Then it happens, taking this into account, you got only khuz, am I right? We only got khuz for mudari, for akhada, okay, clear? Then khuzu. This part is understood? Okay. Sajada yasjudu. Yagon hamzatul wasulul now come. Would it be isjudu or usjudu? Someone from the bottom of the list to start. Ask.
Yeah. Habib Chanawala, can you come forward, please?
It is
Yes.
isjudu or usjudu or asjudu.
Isjudu.
Huh?
Isjudu.
Did you say isjudu?
Yes.
Sajada yasjudu. Yagon, you are saying isjudu, right?
Yasjudu. Yasjudu, then it'll be usjudu because the
absolutely.
Yeah.
Anybody else wants to say usjudu or asjudu? Why not? Ustad, those who didn't speak before, I want to hear.
Safwan,
Usjudu,
why?
because the third letter Jim has
Dhamma.
yeah,
That's Ain letter. Yeah.
Ain, yeah.
Ain kalima's got Dhamma. That's why
Dhamma, yes.
Hamzatul
That's why
Wasl
it's
will have Dhamma.
Okay, Sister Rais,
Usjudu.
good to hear
Yes.
from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it is, can Amr ever have fatha on the Hamzatul Wasl?
Respond, please. Sister Rais.
Yes. What is the question?
Hamzatul Wasl can have, in a situation like this, can have Dhamma
Dhamma.
and can have fatha, kasra as well. Can it have Dhamma?
Can you have
Yes.
Dhamma?
Yes.
Yes.
Who agrees with Sister?
It can have Dhamma and Fatha and Kasra too. They have to look
Okay,
for
1 second. You
Kalama.
stop. Sister, you stop now, inshallah. No problem. Okay. So is there anyone else who agrees with her? Quickly. If no, say no, we don't agree. Or if I agree, please, quickly, because we need to resolve it.
Yeah. Those who haven't spoken, Safwan, can you come forward? And Brother Habib Chanawala also.
Habib Chanawala, you say it, please.
You can't have a fatha.
Absolutely. So you
Does
can't have
everybody
it.
agree with that?
There cannot be any fatha on Amr form. Sister Raisia, please.
Hamzatul Wasal, because of Hamzatul Wasal, I think.
Huh?
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, you got it. That's it. No problem. So if it doesn't have it, so what happening here? Tell me. Zakara yazkuru, okay? Zakara yazkuru. But now I've got Hamzatul Wasl here, okay? Then before the Hamzatul Wasl, I've got Fa, for example. Then I'm getting Fatha on Azkuru now. What's happening? Fazkuru. Sister Rice, you try to explain that to me. I can see some Fatha sound here added on Fazkuru. Instead of Uzkuru, I can see Fazkuru it has become now. Tell me, what's happening? We said there cannot be any Fatha, but why is it Fatha there? Fazkuru. Brother Habib Chanala, you tell me. Everybody knows it's nice. Okay.
What was the question?
Huh? Question.
Why?
There cannot be on Amr formation. Hamzatul Wasl, when it comes to support, it can take Dhamma and Kasra only. That's fine. That's the rule. But why is it Fazkuru? Now here Hamzatul Wasl is taken Fatha.
I have no idea.
You have idea. What? Okay, you have idea. There is a chapter, proper chapter, full chapter, but you know that. This Hamzatul Wasl, this is one of those unfortunate, unlucky letter, so important, but it is pushed out anytime. So, it was Uskuru before, Uskuru, then Fa came. So, as you know, Hamzatul Wasl, if it is only on its own at the beginning of a word, it makes sound. But anything else comes, it becomes silent. So this A sound is not actually Hamzatul Wasl. This is poor man. It's a fast sound. Therefore, so, remember, you got it now. It is actually not Hamzatul. I just tricked you. I just wanted to make sure that you know this so strongly. Is that okay? Is that clear now?
Yes.
It is always Dhamma and Kasra. But in a situation like this, Hamzatul Wasl will become silent because Fa came. Wal, fal, wal, same. Okay, same situation. It will, whatever haraka was there, it will just leave that and just stay quiet there, quietly in the middle, not doing anything. Wal, fal. There are many other situations. Ubudu, same. Abada, i'abudu, ubud. Ubud, same thing. If it is
Ustad, one more thing. One
yeah.
more thing. Ustad. Yeah, one more thing.
Yeah.
After fazkuruni, then the word is azkurukum.
Yes.
Azkurkum. Now tell me what's happening here. Is it Amr?
Yeah, it's actually Amr, but
Is it Amr? Yes or no?
yes,
We
it's
can talk
Amr.
about it because it's relevant. Ustad Hazira, we can talk about it.
It's Amr.
Okay, Sister Nilufa, you were talking. Tell us what it is, please.
Yes, Ustad, it's actually Amr, but I have no reasoning for why it has taken Fatha.
Okay, Zakara.
Yeah, Zakara, Yaskuru.
Now go down, please, up to 13 numbers.
It's 14. 14.
Okay.
13.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
13, yeah. 13 siga, yeah.
Askuru, naskuru. Clear?
Yeah, Askuru, Naskuru. Yes,
And
Askuru,
then
Naskuru.
it is Sakin pronoun. Second 9, group of 9. Lam kalima, zakar, azkur. Okay?
Azkur.
You clear on this? This is just just mudari verb, not amr.
Okay, it's not amr. Okay.
No, this sukun on ra, azkur, is actually that that rule, you know, fal tu, for example. Sorry, when you yafalu, tafalu, tafalane, tafaluna, tafalina, tafalane, tafalna,
Af'alu, nafalu.
Af'alu, nafalu. Yes.
Okay. Afalu, nafalu. Now, if we do madi, I think it's no, 1 second.
No, when the pronoun gets attached, the lam kalima.
Oh, yeah. Attached pronoun, because of the attached pronoun. Attached pronoun came, then lam kalima has sukun here.
Oh, okay. I got it. So,
yeah.
So
Okay.
it's mudare. It's
mudare.
It's not amr. Okay.
Yeah, it is mudare because it's the 13 siga.
Okay.
Okay, now the other 23. Okay, that's fine.
Just wanted to say to all the students, you know this fazkuruni, azkurukum, fa, after fa. If there are many words in Quran I've read.
Yes.
After the letter, if there is Hamzatul Wasl, it becomes silent, right? It's not pronounced, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
So as long as you can make a note of that, please.
It could be here. Budu. This will be again another word will come and it will just straight away go to the sukun.
That's right.
So this is very common, very common. Okay. Fanzuru. It could be fanzuru. Same situation. So nazara, yanzuru, up to plural clear. I'm sure, inshallah. This is fail starting with Hamza. This is kind of irregular verb, and we will be talking about this later. This is also ghayru sahih verb. I actually picked up this example myself just to give you an idea, excuse me, that it can look not like what you saw, fataha, yaftahu, iftah. It could look different. And these are the examples. And inshallah, with this teaching today, start to finish, alhamdulillah, you should have, and you have, inshallah, got a very strong foundation. Those who had got any gap on the Madi Mudari, this Madi chart and Mudari chart, make sure you go through, plus the recording, you watch this as well. If you missed the classes, live classes, watch the live class video, because a lot of example, a lot of explanation has been made there. Okay, so afa, that is Gairu Sahih verb, but fa'fu, similar situation. Okay, I wouldn't do any Gairu Sahih conjugation here. It'll just affect them. This is something I will. This is Sad Lam Ia. Salia. Salia is the trilateral verb. Salia. Then the form 2 of that is Salla. Salla, yusalli. Imagine there is a you there, and there is this there. What would you say? How would you do mudariyu? This will go, and it will be just salli. So that's what we say all the time for salli li rabbika. Allahumma salli ala. You understand? So that is salli. This is mudariyu. This is mudar. Sorry, I'm sorry. Amor.
Amr, yeah. Fasalli.
Salli. Okay, this is amor here. This is how it's formed. Salla, yusalli, salli. Ya dropped. Okay. When it is amor and nahi, remember it has to lose something at the end. It was dhamma or fatha or something, but it will end up with either this when it is singular. If it is dual, ani, that noon will drop. Or if there is no noon, no sukun involvement, at least there will be, if there is a ya, this will be dropped. For amr and nahi, it has to lose something. It has to lose something. Is that something you will remember, inshallah? Okay. I haven't got much to really add, unless you have any question now, clearly.
No, I don't have anything. I'd like to know from everybody, how did they find the class, tonight class? Can you share your thought, please? Students? Hello? I'm talking. Right. On the chat box, Nilufa, very good.
Sister Shabira,
Yeah.
focus on the lesson, what Sister Hazira have covered from start to finish, that complete. What I covered is extra. You don't have to understand everything, and it will take a little bit of time. Okay, the first bits digest it properly, inshallah. No worry.
I hope, because we didn't know further. That's why maybe last session make me more confused.
No worry, no worry. It
No
is.
worry.
The only main thing is when another letter comes before the Hamzatul Wasl, this is something I hope you understood, right?
So I have doubt, like, is it the word is coming in between the surah? Is it because of that the Hamzatul Wasl is cutting down? Like in the Fazakir, that word? Or if any particular letter coming before the Hamzatul Wasl, like fa, the Hamzatul Wasl dropping out.
Fa, wow, or even another verb may come and it will join directly with this letter.
Can I answer this question, Ustad?
Yeah, let Ustad Hazira answer that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So now this Hamzatul Wasl, which is there, so this is related to tajweed. Okay. So just remember the basic thing for this. Whenever any word is beginning with Hamzatul Wasl and it is the first word, the beginning word in the sentence, then you will read the Hamzatul Wasl.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if the Hamzatul Wasl comes in the middle, for example, you are connecting two words, and if the Hamzatul Wasl is coming in the beginning of the second word, and when you do the recitation, you connect the first word with the second word, in that case, the Hamzatul Wasl will drop.
Yes.
And there are certain words in the Quran wherein there will be Hamzatul Wasl in the middle of the word as well. I mean, when you read the examples, you will understand. So basically, when you're connecting, I would say, just not to confuse you guys. So when you're connecting, if the Hamzatul Wasl comes in the middle, you basically drop it. So that's the reason. Okay. So when any particle, like for example, in this example, فَاذْكُرُونِي. So the fa plus udhkuru is the command. Okay. So now when the fa is attaching to the Hamzatul Wasl, something is there before the Hamzatul Wasl. So basically the Hamzatul Wasl is coming in the middle of a word. In that case, you will drop the Hamzatul Wasl and connect the previous mutaharrik letter with the next sakin letter. Okay, so you say fa, fatha, dha, sukoon, fadh. Okay, so that's the tajweed rule basically.
Okay. Now,
All right, no problem.
Jazakallah khair.
Okay. So, Sister
Sister Rais, hard
Sister,
but good explanation. I have keep listening again and again. Good. Okay. You keep concentrate on the lesson that been taught tonight by Ustada Hajira.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we are looking at. Dr. Mahmood has explained some of these things. There are you will learn them when you go to module 2, inshallah, because they are more advanced. You don't need to worry about it now. But what we have taught tonight on lesson 31, Amr Formation, this is just a single Amr Formation. So if you can get better on it by practicing it and understand it, that's what we need. In future lesson, we will cover the advanced stuff. Okay. Is there any other question from anybody? If not, I would conclude the lesson.
okay. Sister Hazira, can you stay behind? Are you okay to stay for about 15-20 minutes?
Yeah, I also had to pray al-Dhuhr, so inshallah, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10-15 minutes, fine. So I'll speak to Sister Nilufer. And who else am I? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just this
Stop the
two.
recording, shall I?
Yeah, please. Sorry. Stop recording.